Hey there, my name is the Zaire Ebola virus, but you can call me Ebola for short. And this is the story of me from my perspective, and I'm going to tell you all about me. I am a single-stranded RNA virus with a glycoprotein being expressed on my surface. That will come into play later, just wait. But the most important part of who I am, the mechanisms I use to cause disease. That is my pathogenesis, and I guess I will let you in on a secret of how I do it. The first step is the portal of entry. The virus, enters through a break in the skin or a mucous membrane of the eyes, nose, or mouth. My viral particles would come from bodily fluids of other infected people or animals. Once I have entered the human host through either a cut, the eyes, a nose, or mouth, I use my glycoprotein, like I mentioned before, to bind to receptors on the host cell membrane. After that, I am taken up by the host cell through a process known as endocytosis. More specifically, as Ebola, I utilize macropinocytosis, where extracellular material like myself is engulfed by a host cell. Now that I am inside the host cell, it gives me the perfect opportunity to take over the cell and completely hijack the processes. Since I am an obligate intracellular pathogen, like other viruses, I need to reproduce inside of host cells. I force the fusion of my membrane and the host cells so that my nucleocapsid is directly placed into the site of transcription and translation. This forces the cell to produce my viral proteins. I often do this inside of macrophages and dendritic cells because hijacking the immune cells will eventually give me access to other cells, particularly the endothelial cells. I use the process of budding to move from cell to cell inside the host. This is where part of my viral particles are encapsulated by the host membrane, which allows me protection to move and infect the next cell. My continued taking over of host cells, causing them to translate my viral proteins, eventually leads to massive cell death, although the process of cell death is not fully understood with an infection of me. Nearby lymphocytes offer apoptosis. This causes cytokines to be triggered at a very high rate. This will eventually cause immunopathology with devastating consequences. There often isn't resolution to an infection of me Ebola virus. While slowly killing the endothelial and immune cells, internal bleeding and sepsis often follow. Death is a common result, but the lucky ones that will resolve my infection enter a period of convalescence, where recovery is most definitely needed. So there you go. That pretty much sums up the pathogenesis of the one and only Zaire Ebola virus. The disease that results from my specific mechanisms has made me one of the most terrifying viruses in the world, and my relatively frequent outbreaks, specifically in Africa, still rock the world. Ebola out.